Hello everybody, welcome to Badlands of Ballistics. My name's Chris. We're going to do a little shoot today. I'm really excited about the project I'm working on right now. This guy is a Walther PPK in 32 auto. It's made in the ULM Germany factory. When I first got this gun, I tried to look it up to see year of manufacture, and man, I just did not have much luck finding the serial number. But honestly, I don't really care. Made in Germany. This baby is in mint condition. I'm really excited about it. I got the Walther PPK bug with the 22 long rifle. Hopefully you guys seen that video. Fine gun. That 22 shoots great. So that got me the bug for the 32. I got the Beretta Tomcat. So anyway, that's what got me with this. And this guy is a dandy. So I'll show you the ammunition we're going to shoot today. So I got 3 different ammunition we're shooting. This is a hand-loaded. It's a 78 grain round nose flat point, and the manufacturer is called Slippery Bullets, powder-coated cast bullet. This hand-loaded, I'm using some red dot powder. Interesting thing about this little guy, the max powder charge I think is like 2.3 grains. The minimum is like 2.0. So very, very minimal powder charge on this with not a lot of range. So that's a little bit of a challenge on the 32, but so far had pretty decent luck with the reloading side of it. The other ammunition we got is this Norma. This is a 73 grain bullet. It's advertising like 984 feet per second. I did the Beretta Tomcat video, and I had some really great comments that this is a little bit of the top end of, as far as power factor, what that Beretta Tomcat. They've had some issues with frame cracking on that. Of course, this Walther PPK, much different design, much different built as far as the strength of the gun, so no problem shooting this for sure. And I've had a little bit of luck with this Underwood. This guy is the 55 grain Extreme Defender. It's claiming to go 950 feet per second. The Beretta Tomcat really likes this ammo. This is what I use for carry ammo. And I might carry this little Walther someday, so I'd like to just see where this is going to shoot. So anyway, that's the 3 ammo we're going to shoot today. So how we're going to start the video off is I'm going to do some chronograph work on this hand load. I'm really hoping this guy is going around 900 feet, 950, somewhere in that neighborhood. I truly don't know. It's a little heavier bullet. We know that generally speaking, cast bullets, you can get just a little bit more velocity with the same powder charge as jacketed bullets. So I'm not really sure where it's at. Don't know. I've never tried it. So today's our test run on this cast bullet for this gun. So we're gonna chronograph this guy, and just for fun, we're gonna chronograph this Norma, kind of just see of where the advertised ballistics are, and see what I get on my chronograph. So anyway, we're gonna head out of the range and go get some shooting done. All right, so that was interesting. So the 3 numbers, 1044, 1052, and 1064. So, a spread of only 20 feet per second and an average of 1053. That's good for consistency, a little hotter than what I thought. So it's got me curious. I'm gonna shoot 3 rounds of this Norma ammo it's advertising 73. Or excuse me, I said that wrong. 73 grains at 984. So I wasn't planning on doing that, but I'm curious to see if this a little bit longer barrel on this Walther versus like the Tomcat or the Kel-Tex or one of those other smaller guns is just producing a little bit more velocity. It's just all about a comparison deal. So we're gonna shoot 3 shots with the Norma. Here we go. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. We had a 952, 911, 934, average of 932. They're advertising 984, I believe, on the box. So that's about 50 feet per second, lower than what the advertised is. Really interesting. So I'm not really interested in having these loads that hot. I think this Walther, I could probably shoot a lifetime of ammo with this and never hurt it. Pretty stout built gun, the same guns in 380 and whatever. So, but my goal is to have some loads that I can shoot in both guns. I'm still going to go through with the accuracy testing today, because I think if I can even drop that, I'm probably going to drop at 1/10 of a grain. and see where it's at, or maybe even try some different powder. I'm using red dot right now. Tight group, I don't believe I've tried tight group. I'm just barely getting into this 32 ACP loading business. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot it on paper and see where it's at. I'm really curious where that Underwood ammo is shooting. So we'll go ahead and move to the next step. Before we do any more shooting, this gun is interesting to me, and it's got some controls that I think is interesting. So it does not have a slide stop at all on it. So this is the safety, also acts as a decocker, no slide stop. You can see the gun's open, it's got a magazine in it. Oh great, here comes the train. I'm gonna pause the video just a second. All right, the stinky train's gone by. Hopefully he's done blowing his horn. So anyway, back to what was saying on this. The slide stop, there is none. So here's the gun open, pop the mag out, rack the slide, now the slide's closed, decock the hammer. So that's different than what we're used to with modern guns, right? They have slide stop, slide release, whatever you want to call it. So that's what I find interesting about this guy. Then you put the mag in, empty, rack the slide, and it stays back. Pop the mag out. There you go, you're back in action. So that's interesting. That, you know, the decocker, I think in the time this guy was out, that was a little bit of, you know, cutting edge technology. You know, so there's the hammer back, decock it safely. Now you're in fire position. So you could carry the gun on safe, hammer down, so you pull it out of your pocket, click the safety off, now fire at double action. So very safe to carry that way. Or for me, I feel comfortable with the safety off. I don't know, I need to practice that more. My son thinks I'm nuts by not having the safety on if I carry a gun like this. So anyway, very interesting controls. The sights are interesting. Try to get up there where you guys can see it. So it has like a square, I'm gonna call like a white line on the back and a white dot on the front. So essentially you put the white dot on top of the white line in the back. You know, today's world, we're all about the 3-dot sight. So found that interesting that those sights are a little bit different. So anyway, I just can't say enough about this gun, how much I like it. So let's go ahead and shoot some groups on paper. We're gonna shoot three of the Norma factory loads first. Then we'll do 3 of the hand loads and then 3 of the Underwood ammo. We'll see where we're at on paper. All right, let's walk and have a look. Okay, this is why we do these kind of things, right? This is what makes this whole deal fun. Here's the Norma. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I was gonna mention, so you guys notice I put a big sheet of that like sheet paper up so we have a clean slate we're working with, because I didn't know where in the heck these guys would be shooting. So for the Norma, there's 1, 2, 3. Not a terrible group, not great. Here's my hand loads. So here's one way up here. 1, 2, 3. I got a feeling this is the plague we have, the loose nut behind the trigger here at the Badlands Ballistic Gun Range. I'm hoping that's what that is. And then look at these Underwoods. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to call that slightly under 2 inch. Pretty amazing to me. Hopefully this will come back in. I think we're going to try that one more time. Okay, I want to shoot 2 more groups with that hand-loaded ammo and the Norma. I think the gun will shoot better than that. I mean, fantastic group with the Underwood. And you know, that Beretta Tomcat shot that Underwood too. So, I mean, I have no affiliation with them. I wish they'd sponsor me or something fun. That'd be cool, but they don't. That's fantastic ammo. You know, and it's shooting a 55 grain bullet. They're claiming around 900 feet. And the ballistics gel test on that stuff is amazing what it does. So that's man, I just can't say enough good about it. my little bit of experience with the Underwood, fantastic ammo. I'm not going to shoot anymore. That crap's about $1 a piece or whatever it is. I don't know, but too much to be shooting. But you know, that Beretta Tomcat shoots that amazingly well, same as this Walther. So anyway, we're not going to monkey around with that. We're looking for some practice ammo, and even that Norma ammo to me is not practice ammo. That's 30 bucks a box. So I think my next step is going to order some Barry's bullets, some of those plated ones, and give those a try. I don't know, and you know, there's so many, a guy can drive himself crazy about bullet. If you pick a bullet and then you try 3 or 4 different powders, three or four different powder charges, you know, a guy can go nuts on it. I think really what I want to do though, I've got still another, you know, I ordered 500 of these these powder coated bullets, so I'm going to try maybe a different powder and maybe try to get it stepped down just a little bit. I don't feel like it's too hot for this Walther, but it's hotter than what I wanted. So anyway, let's shoot one more 3-shot group of both the Norma and the hand-loaded ammo. All right, we're gonna walk up and have a look. One thing I wanted to mention is that second round did not cycle, and it felt soft. And if you notice, the brass just barely got ejected. You know, and that's the little bit of the downside with 32 ACP. I'm loading progressively on the Dillon machine is, I mean, if you had a 0.5 of a grain powder difference, or let me rephrase that, maybe a 1/10 of a grain. You know, if you're shooting a 44 mag, 1/10 of a grain doesn't matter. But this guy's a little sensitive, so I almost wonder if I didn't have just a little bit of a light powder charge. I mean, I know I hit it. I could tell I hit the, you know, it wasn't a squib load, but it'll be interesting to see how it goes. So let's go up and look at the target. All right, so I feel a little better about myself on this one. So here's the Norma ammo. Hopefully you guys can tell, but there is 2 holes right there. So there's 1, 2, 3. Not a bad group. Hopefully you guys see the tape measure there. We're slightly under a 2-inch group. I mean, fantastic group. And I mean, even what I would say as far as point of impact, I'm aiming here. 6 o'clock sight picture is what I kind of like. So now let's move over to the old hand loads. Holy smokes. So here's 2 here and 1 up here. So remember we talked about maybe a squib load or something didn't quite feel right. Maybe that one. Why in the devil is this thing printing so dang high? I don't know. So anyway, that's where we're at on that. I think that's enough shooting paper for today. Well, all right. So I haven't give up on that hand load, but that is definitely not the load I want to go to. So I've been kind of just thinking, as you know, in between videoing here, that as a rule of thumb, the higher velocity, the lower the print on the target, right? So that velocity is going pretty high, but it's a heavier bullet. It's not by many grains. Of course, we're talking 32s here. It's you know, a big change. Small numbers are big changes, I guess, on a 32. So what I probably need to do is I'm going to just keep experimenting with it. I'd like to get the velocity down around that 900 feet, 950 range, and see where these print. So this may be an all-winter project that we have. But I'm going to just shoot the rest of these hand loads up. And, you know, rule number 1 in hand loading, right, is you test your loads before you load the bulk quantity. And I'm glad I did. I think I've only got, I don't know, 30 or 40 of these, something like that. So we're going to go ahead and burn them up on the steel silhouette targets, and we'll see how they shoot. I got a bad jam. I'm gonna just shut the camera off for a second. I'm not sure what's happening right now. Okay, so I monkeyed around with them hand loads a little bit off camera, and I've jumped ship on them. I'm not gonna spend any more time with them at all. They're actually sized at 313, and I think that this gun is super tight because, like I say, off camera I did some things, and the cycling was almost, I don't know how I had such good luck off the bench. I don't know if it's because I only had a few. I can't explain why, but I mean, it was jamming every other shot. So it feels like that bullet being slightly larger, the chamber's super tight on this guy. It didn't want to cycle. It wasn't feeding right. It wasn't ejecting right. I mean, every malfunction under the sun, it was doing it. So I've left them bullets. I think my next step is to go to a Berry's 71. I think their bullet is a 71 grain, and it's sized at 312. So that'll be something else to try. So anyway, I got a full mag full of the Norma. Let's go ahead and shoot some down range and see how it looks on the steel. Yeah, that's a little better. Let's walk up and look at the target. I think I had one miss, but you'll have that on occasion. All right, you guys can see, for the most part, pretty much center of that silhouette was, got 4 shots there pretty close, a couple here and there, and I know I had one miss. So anyway, shooting pretty dang good. All right, shoot one more mag with the Norma ammo. All right, well, I got lucky on that one. No misses there, but I'm going to wrap the video up. It's been a little bit longer than I normally like the videos to be. We kind of went over quite a bit of material, quite a bit of information with the chronograph setup. So anyway, this gun is a dandy. I don't know why I like this little guy so much. You know, I like that Beretta Tomcat also, but man, this thing is just a dream to shoot. You know, they talk about mouse guns. Well, this is slightly larger than a mouse gun, but not much. I have that Walther PPK in a 22 also. I can't get enough of these guns. I just like the heck out of them. Of course, there might be a 380 Walther PPK on the list at some point. But anyway, this guy's a beaut. I want to tell everybody thanks for the support. You know, we got the 2 channels going now. So if you're interested in the ranching stuff, go to 10 Cow Ranch. Appreciate everybody's support on that one. The Badlands Ballistics, where we're at now on this. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching.